Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we're looking at the 1992 release by Matchbox from their Gerry Andersons Thunderbirds series of die-cast models and vehicles and playsets. And this particular item we are looking at today is of Thunderbird 3. And this is the card that Thunderbird 3 comes on. And at the very top, it's got the 1992 ITC Entertainment Group Limited, licensed by Copyright Promotions Limited. And on the right-hand top, you've got the Matchbox logo. And just below that, it says Thunderbirds. And you can see an image of Thunderbird 3 heading towards the space station, just coming out of Earth's orbit. And then you've got Alan Tracy, who is the pilot of Thunderbird 3. And just below that, you've got Thunderbird 3 behind the bubble. And it says ages 3 and above, Thunderbird 3, astronaut Alan Tracy. Okay, so that is the front of the card. Now, before we have a good look at the model itself, let's turn the card round and see what we've got printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the card around and this is what we've got on the back. So it's got Matchbox Thunderbirds. Thunderbird 3, a staggering 200 feet long. It launches from a hangar beneath the round house on the island. Apart from the space rescue work, it is also used for the servicing of Thunderbird 5. Alan Tracy. Alan has piloted Thunderbird 3 many times to the moon and Thunderbird 5 and shares terms on the space station with his brother John. If there is a reckless one in the family, it must be Alan. He once built a rocket and shattered a window in the Colorado University. His father then decided that astronaut training was the only thing that would give Alan a sense of responsibility. Okay, it says collect the complete range. So you've got Thunderbird 1, Thunderbird 2 and 4, Thunderbird 3, Fab 1 and the rescue pack. And it says also look out for Tracy Island action playset, a fully operational island with sounds. And there you can see an image of Thunderbird 2 and 4, Thunderbird 1, Thunderbird 3, which is what this one is, and the Fab 1. And you've also got an image of the rescue pack. And you can see the 4 or the 5 vehicles from the rescue pack just in front of it, which is Thunderbird 1, Thunderbird 2, Thunderbird 3, Thunderbird 4 and Fab 1. And just below that, it's got the Matchbox Toys Limited details. And it also then goes on to give you the barcode and the copyright information. Very bottom, you've got the warning logos and you've got the item number, which is TB003. In other words, Thunderbird 3. Okay, so that's the back of the card. So let's now turn the card back round and have a good look at the model itself. Okay, so I've turned the card back around, and as you can see, the model is still firmly attached to the card, so I can't take it off for us to have a good detailed look at. However, I do have a loose Thunderbird 3, which I've had for my collection. So let's have a look at this one. This one is also in near mint condition. It's been one that I took out of a pack and I just had it displayed in a cabinet for many years, so it is pretty much immaculate. Okay, so this is Thunderbird 3. Now Thunderbird 3, there is no as I say, there's no functionalities on this, but that wheel at the top does rotate. I don't quite know whether that's supposed to or not, but that does rotate. The model itself, die-cast metal. Having said that, the nose cone at the top is rubber. We've got die-cast metal, which is the main body. You've got the plastic turbine in the middle. The arms are obviously plastic as well, and they connect onto this plastic section in the middle. And they connect into the bottom section of the rockets, and that bottom section is also all die-cast metal, and it's die-cast metal on the very bottom as well. So, and now you've got Thunderbird number 3 on each of the rockets, and you've got 3 on each section of the the blast off area, I suppose. Now, and running along from the top to the middle, it says Thunderbird, and obviously it's referring to number 3 at the bottom. Okay, Height-wise, size-wise, let's say from the bottom of the rocket to the top of the nose cone, we are looking at 10.5 centimeters. And if we measure across the rockets at the bottom, we're looking at 3.5 centimeters by 3.5 centimeters by 3.5 centimeters. So that gives you an idea of the size of the model. Now, there's not a great deal of functionality on it. It's playability. You just hold it and pretend you're shooting off to the space station, or you're shooting off to Tracy Island. You're coming back down to land in Tracy Island and what have you. Okay, how well did these do? Well, they done bloody well, to be perfectly honest with you. 1992 saw the return of Thunderbirds to mainstream television, which hadn't been shown since the 1960s. And by going back onto the mainstream television, it attracted a new massive audience. There was a lot of young boys and girls, come to that, that saw Thunderbirds and thought it was fantastic. So all these toys were licensed and produced by Matchbox. So they produced the whole run of toys as we saw on the back of the card. They also done the 12-inch talking figures as well. And there was also some puppets that were done as well. I don't quite know who all the manufacturers were of everything, but the point is it spawned an awful lot of Thunderbird merchandise in the 90s. And yeah, sold out immensely quickly, because obviously Thunderbirds became a huge thing. And then, of course, when the series finished airing on television, they then released the videos and then the DVDs. So it all became apparent. Thunderbirds went on for a long time. Now, these particular models, certainly in 1992, they sold out almost immediately of going on the shelf. Every single child that liked Thunderbirds, this is what they wanted. They wanted this for Christmas. And then Tracy Island was produced. But unfortunately, that sold out way too early. They didn't produce enough, and there was a lot of disappointed kids at Christmas because they couldn't get one because there was none available. So to try and make things a little bit easier, Blue Peter designed their own Thunderbirds Tracy Island playset and showed you how to make one on their TV show. But that goes to show you how big Thunderbirds became again. So it's very big in the 60s. And then very big in the 1990s. Hugely so in the 90s. And I think it was more popular in the 90s than it was in the 60s. But there we go, that's my opinion. Anyhow, these particular models nowadays, we're talking 32 years on, are now becoming quite difficult to find in this mint unopened condition. You can't, don't get me wrong, you can pick these models up on many platforms quite cheaply. But they are open, they're used, they've been played with, or what have you. It's becoming quite difficult to find these models sealed on the card and in mint condition. But, you know it, as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few. And they're currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website, and you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Thunderbirds items. And many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we are uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long-lost childhood memories. Well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be the item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I hope you've enjoyed this very short review as much as I've enjoyed doing it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.